the water line that comes in is from here, and it's flowing in this direction. So we teed off right here to get the water through the filter system, and we still have the option of bypassing the whole system so that we can do maintenance on this. We can shut the handles off and the water can continue to the house while we do maintenance on this, so we don't have to shut everything down. So the water comes across this direction and up, and it goes through this pre-sediment filter. It's a spin down filter. Then we go through the three-stage filter, which is the fine sediment is the first part, and the second part is the carbon filter, which takes out the chlorine and the tastes and the weird things that are in the water that make it taste funny. And then on ours, on this last one, we have an iron and manganese filter. We have well water, so we're trying to filter out those heavy metals. And then after that, it goes through the biofilter, which is just a UV light which kills any bacteria that can get through the system. And then it ties right back in up at the top with another valve. And to do maintenance on it, it's simple, just turning handles, and then we can just screw these off, put in new filters, and the filter on this is super simple to clean out. So inside these filter containers are the filters, and they are still sealed with plastic, so we have to open these. So the first filter in the line is a sediment filter. It picks up the particles of sand, rust, and scale. The second filter in the series is for picking up chlorine and things like that, the things that make the water taste funny. And the last one is for the heavy metals of iron and manganese. We just need to install those on the bracket, which I already have installed on the wall. And it's just as simple as taking the piece and screwing it straight in and making sure that it gets tight. There's a wrench for it. The filters go in very easily and smoothly. It doesn't take a lot of effort to turn the filter with a wrench, but everything here is cast iron. It's very heavy duty. The easiest thing I found to do is just to push this up and put my finger in the center of the bottom and just spin it on my finger to get it to go straight in. Just give it about a quarter of a turn, and that's it. It's that simple. The next thing we need to do is prep all our fittings. Since I have 3/4 inch line, and this has a 1 inch inlet, we have to reduce down to 3/4. So we have to use Teflon tape on everything. Always lay it on there in the direction that it tightens. I usually do about 3 times around. The reason I do it in the direction it tightens is if you do it in the other direction, when you tighten, it will actually just spin back out of the threads. So this keeps it, as you're tightening the thread, the fitting in, it stays on the threads. When we do change these filters out, before we unscrew this, there's a pressure relief button here and here and here, and that will release the pressure that's inside of this closed loop system. There's just a small closed loop here that has pressure still on it, and we just release it with those buttons, and then this just comes off.